first thing we're going to focus on is learning how to cut off the ring. So my partner here, Daniel, is going to be right here. He's going to be playing the runner game, the boxer who likes to hit and move, slide out, use the ring to his advantage. I'm going to be doing more of the peekaboo game. The peekaboo game is I'm going to be pressuring, trying to get closer to my opponent, get him to shell up or against the ropes or in the corner. So when your opponent's moving left or right, I want to move with my opponent. Okay, the last thing I want to do is follow him around the ring. So when he's in his stance, if he moves this way, if he shuffles that way, I'm going to shuffle with him. You see how I can go back and forth? I'm just step, 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 step. All right, so when he's stepping to the side, I'm stepping with him. And as I'm stepping with him, I'm stepping forward. Okay, I'm stepping forward with my feet because I'm still in real estate. Okay, because I'm not just moving at the same distance, so he's moving. I'm not staying out here. I'm slowly getting closer to my opponent. Okay, making sure I stay locked down in my peekaboo stance and not having my head up. All right, because at any time he can punch me. So I got to be defensively minded that he can counterpunch me at any time. So the first one in the footwork section, cutting off the ring, is sliding, moving with him. So when he goes this way, I slide with him. He starts circling around the ring. He starts going around, I turn, I'm going to slide with him as I slowly step in. All right? This is a relatively smaller ring. You can have, even in a bigger ring, I want to command the center of the ring. That's the second concept. So we move back over here. The first one is I'm going to slide with him. And when I slide, I'm going to slowly start moving in at an angle to get closer to him. All right? Almost like I'm sucking the airspace out between us. All right? The second concept of cutting off the ring is I'm going to own the center of the ring and I'm going to turn with him. I'm not going to follow him. So, for instance, if he starts shuffling this way, all right, I'm not going to follow him. I'm not going to follow him around the ring. All right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to start going with him. I'm just turning. I just turn in the center and then I start taking those little steps in, stepping with him. So he keeps going. I just follow his and I start turning with him. He goes back the other way. I'm going with him. I'm always trying to get him to where I can get him against the ropes or get close to him. My goal in peekaboo is to get my opponent to shell up. I don't want him here when he's dropping those hard counter punches. I want him to here being defensive so I can open up my inside combinations. Okay, so I'm going to slide with them, slowly drift in, taking away the airspace, and then I'm going to control the center of the ring. So when he's moving away from me, I just turn. I'm turning with him. He goes back in. I'm taking little steps in. Turning with him, taking little steps in until eventually I'm close enough to hit my opponent. So that is real simplified way of cutting off the ring. So I'm going to go with him, and I'm not going to follow him around the ring. So now let's go on to the second way to pressure your opponent, which is using head movement. Now the second concept we're going to use when pressuring our opponent is adding in head movement. So we already got the footwork down, okay? The footwork for pressuring your opponent and cutting off the ring. Now I'm going to add my head movement. The head movement, real simple. Side to side, the duck and bobbing and weaving to get closer and be safe to my opponent. Because remember, any time he could stop, plant his feet, and fire counter punches at me. And I got to be ready to move my head to defend myself. All right, so same thing here. He's here. Remember, he's trying to get away from me. So a quick review, I'm just going to cut him off and go with him. And slowly take 2 steps in until I'm close enough. But you can see if I just stay upright like this, I'm wide open to take counter shots. He can just be dropping counter shots on me all day long. So what I'm going to do is start adding in my head movement. So once again, he's going to move around. So I use my slips, bob and weave it side to side until eventually I can be close enough to my opponent where I got him here. And when I get him here, that's when I can start firing my close quarter combinations. Okay? So a quick little review one more time. He's moving away from me, he's trying to dance away. I'm going to use my footwork to turn. I'm going to turn. If you note, I'm going to slide with him while stepping in. Then I can add my head movement to get close, to zigzag my way in. Because I want to be a moving target. Okay, the third way we're going to do is add the jab. So we're going to jab our way in. You hear this a lot. You got to jab your way in to get close enough to fire your punch combination. So not only do we have the footwork now, so let me demonstrate the footwork. He's gonna move around. I'm gonna slide with him. Slide with him. Slide with him. Over the center turn. Okay? Then I can add my head movement. He's trying to get out there. We're gonna cut back the other way. I'm gonna slide. Add my head movement. Now I can add the jab. So when he's here, I can work in behind the jab. Work in behind the jab, and that's how it gets you. The jab gets you close. And then once I get close to him, that's when I can fire my combination and attack my opponent. Nope. There you go. So that is 3 ways you can use the Peekaboo boxing style to get closer to your opponent, to pressure your opponent, and to close the gap. Remember, the Peekaboo fighters normally or traditionally like to get on the inside and work those fast combinations. That is it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe. Have a good day.